As she walked down the stairs from the room where our only child was admitted, she seemed as though she was struggling with somebody. You could see her mouth moving. She seemed as if she's talking to somebody, and yet she was alone. As she came down, she whispered within herself as she said, "God, what is happening to my son?" He had just been called back to the office on a day that he was not expected to work. Terrible news landed into his ears when they told him that his job was gone, that he was supposed to pack all the things that belonged to him and come for other things later. He quickly went into his office and began to pack little belongings that he had left there. Tears were running down his cheeks. He looked up to God and said, "God, what is happening to me?" It could not have been worse than when I saw that mother linger at the graveyard when her only son was buried. They pleaded with her to leave the site, but she could not leave. It seemed she could not be separated from her son, who was now in the dust. As she cried and refused to leave that place, she spoke to the people around her and said, "But why does God allow so much pain?" She knew she was going to get married. The man seemed to have loved her so much. She seemed to have been a little sunshine to this man. All else was well. Terrible was the news when he decided to leave her behind. He told her, "Lady, I am moving on. You can make your way into life as well." She didn't know what to do. Looked left, right, up, down, and finally lifted up her hands to God and said, "God, why have you allowed it this way?" Life has got moments of pain. That's a fact which cannot be controverted. And in moments of such disappointments and pain, the human heart seeks for answers. But it seems those answers are not presently available. Thus we question the omnipotence of the one who knows everything. Yet, the Bible makes one thing clear. God will never leave us. He will never forsake us. When you look at the cross of Jesus, you don't just see a God who is dying for us. You see a God who is willing to suffer with us. The pain of the cross of Christ speaks of a God who sits with us in our moments of pain. Can a mother forsake her sucking child? Asks the Bible. And the definite answer is no. Yet the Bible says she may. But even if she does, God commits himself and said, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." Beloved, God has committed to walk with us in our troubles. And not just to walk with us, but that he will sort out the problems of life in time. The death of Jesus Christ, the resurrection of Jesus, and the second coming of Christ will answer all the questions of life. And so when you walk through the storm, hold your head up high, for in the storm God gives light, and we will never walk alone. As you go through your storms of life, your storms of disappointment, your storms of deterred or delayed blessings, the storms of rejection, the storms of dejection, the storms of unfair criticism, the storm of unfair accusations. When you walk through the storms of life, remember you are never alone. The storms of sickness, Jesus is the balm of Gilead. In the storm of pain, He is the consolation of Israel. In the storm of loneliness, He is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. In the storm of widowhood, He is the husband to the widows. In the storm of poverty, He is a friend to the poor. When you walk through the storms of life, know that God is walking through that storm with you. And He does not just walk with you, He will resolve it and He will give you peace. And so warm your heart with the waters of prayer. God will work it out. Never allow your faith to stagger, to bow, or to waver. Remember, God will work it out and you will never walk alone.